How's it hanging? Hope you all having a wonderful day. I'm back with some Final Fantasy 15. And between last stream and this stream, we went and got that item from that hunt that we said we were going to get, which was Sturdy Hexahorn. So we're going to see Sid. We're going to hopefully upgrade that weapon. Pick up the upgrade for the weapon we left him. And actually, we want to see Cindy as well.
Well, ain't you a
Because we bought
lucky
stuff
one?
and we haven't fitted to our
I've
car.
got just the thing. What are y'all after today? What are you fixing to
Yeah,
upgrade?
quite a bit. Okay.
How's this? I'll polish her up nice for you. Fixed her up real nice.
Nice. Okie dokie.
Done took your sweet time. Here. Ah, y'all brace yourself for power. Oh, my aching back. Ah, y'all brace yourself.
I have to come
for
back and see
power.
him when he gives us a call. Okie dokie. Whoa, okay, that's a huge increase. Nice. We want to go to... Oh, here. What this game should do... I know this game's been out for ages, so I won't do it. But when you're on this bit, and you're at the parking spot, when you hover over the parking spot, and I know it says the name, this left-hand side should instantly go to what the parking spot is, you know? Just to make it a bit easier. That's what I would have done. That, yeah. That's what we're looking for. Where is it? Don't tell me we don't have... Right there. Yeah, would have just made it easier rather than going over, find out the name, then scrolling down to find it, you know? Okie dokie. So we're going to a waterfall. Which was down near where we fought that big snake. And those ice bombs.
Let's head on out.
Okay, so we'll hop in here. Heading over. Hi dear Modern, hope you're having a good day. What's that? Continuing the story.
With the temperature
Yeah,
rising.
continuing the story.
Nice.
Right. For some... That's 90 yard. 90 yard. Okay, so we'll have to wait till 90. Yard of the stuff.
Ignis, pull over a sec. Certainly.
I was supposed to click the park so I could fuel up. Ignis, I want you to reverse. Yeah, I don't think we need
Let's
a fast travel to get to
it,
this
Spence.
place.
What do you say we pull over for a minute?
Yeah, my throat's bone dry. Sounds like grounds for a pit stop.
Sounds like a waste of time and money. Huh.
Okay, but the Amodin does... Is that... By the way it's worded, though, in the Ascension, is it only... Does it... Like, putting the stuff in the stats, would that only increase for the level that we've got? Or is it every subsequent level afterwards? I.e. I'll show everyone on here. So, let's go to stats. Here. So it says, increase HP for each party member by twice the number of levels gained. This effect is with similar abilities to stack. But it says, levels gained. So the way that's worded is that it's by the amount of levels you've already got. By the way that's worded on the option over there. So not twice the number of levels. If you level up, you gain more stats. So it's on the subsequent levels. Even though that description of it doesn't state that. If that's the case, then we will have a... We will put stuff in. If that's the case. Because I've avoided it, because after reading that... Like, yeah, the wording is stupid. It always... Your current level, not what you were when you got it. Right. So, what it means is, every time I level up, it'll give me more HP stats. So, is that actually better to have early on then? Have I, like, stunted myself not having it already? Or does it also take into consideration, like, levels already gained as well? Yes. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put it in then. So HP. Made things a little harder, but not by much. So I should have got that. Now, you say... I get it. What? Hi, RPG Master. Hope you're having a good day. I get it and see if your HP jumps up. Oh, that's a good point, yeah. What's my HP? I'll look at knocked. Not all of them, just knocked. I looked at. So 2109. Two, 2, 1, 4. So it does increase it. That the first one is worthless, but the second and third ones are very useful. And the next stuff's 99. Okie dokie. So we'll get 99 and we'll put them up. We'll get all the stat ones. That'll be the next things we get then. So what it looks like is, you haven't stunted yourself. You put it on, it will still increase by extra amounts.
Man, that hurts.
Another headache.
This is not...
From what it would have before. So basically it overwrites the previous information, it looks like. Dude, the snake's back. I really don't want to fight that, can I? Yeah, nice. We'll fight crabs.
is on.
You found the vitality one very helpful with defense when you finally got it. Cool. What's this? Whoop. Hi, wasn't it? Hope you're having a good day. How's it going today? Not bad, my friend. The RPG Master. Some of those skills cost 300 plus. There's one that costs 900 something. Yeah, there's a few that cost. Where's it? If I just go in this one, 333 of them ones, and they're obviously 99. But then if I go, I definitely saw 900 before. There. 9999. What's that, RPG Master? It felt like you would never get those skills. Then after you fight a while, you notice you actually have a lot. It feels like getting those stuff isn't that bad. Now, I have to go up and over. There's a time quest that, like, kill 50 level 13 enemies. Spam killing them with Warp Strike. The AP is great. I think we're getting quite a lot of AP. I don't think we're doing bad on AP.
The legend says look behind the waterfall.
What does the waterfall say?
I think it says come in.
Well, what it says is go down there and get an item. On that item. There. It's all about wiggling on the end, guys. Just wiggle on the end. Okie dokie. This is how you know this is a good game. It has stuff behind a waterfall. If a game has a waterfall and there's nothing behind it, the game's trash.
Wouldn't you know it? An entrance.
Looks like the legend checks out.
Looks like we do a cheeky little save.
This place gives me goosebumps.
That's a cheesy way to do
Double
it.
back for our coats?
Is once you get a
What's the
certain
point?
upgrade for the
Little
car,
chill won't kill you.
you can just AFK grind. AP. Yeah, you tend to just play and see what you can unlock. That's sort of how I play games, DL Modern.
Well,
But because I like
on the
doing
bright side,
every side
maybe the cold
content,
keeps the demons
it's how we
away.
always end up,
Because
like in the other
monsters
ones,
like warmth.
Ah,
by the time we get to the end, having like great stuff, you know?
what if they're frozen?
Encased in ice, waiting for something warm to pass by.
And then they jump out.
Okay, so we must have to drop down from there.
And there's our
Oh.
warm welcome.
Nice. Electricity kills flans.
Yep.
Now the floor's going. It's always back up a bit, you know.
Slip sliding shoes? What could possibly go wrong?
Down we go.
Ah, imps.
Few things love tits. Let's get it over with.
Oh, now you come down to help, eh? I was ambushed by imps. Call yourself my, not just my friends, my protectors. These were useless. Useless, I say. I get that point, it was, Nick. But the way I see it, games are meant to be enjoyed. So you play games how you enjoy them, and however you end the game is how you end the game. That's how I always do it. Because other than enjoying a game and finishing a game,
So much
there's
for
no real,
Oh, I got an ice cream headache. Without the ice cream.
like achievement from one person doing it one way to another person doing it another way.
Didn't come here
Unless
for
you're,
anything.
Sure, there's something if
unless
we
you're
look.
doing esports and you're doing it competitively. Unless it's a competition and you're doing it. However you finish the game is how you finish the game. Oh dear, Modin. Oh, it's silly. You wouldn't have minded if they made the bows teleport to you. You end up in a fight. 100%. Totally agree with that. They should teleport.
Really?
Whoop. Dude. Right. I think the slip... That dude! Spider lady. Have lightning. Nope. Shooting stuff out of her butt. Nice, they finally came down.
None the worse for wear.
Bring on the next
Okay, but it looks like there's loads of passages when you slide down. So I wonder if you can... navigate yourself. Yeah, but I'm trying to think. In Final Fantasy Rebirth and Remake, your party members are always next to you, aren't they? And they're always there when the combat starts. So maybe that's something they learned from after this one. To always make sure that happens. If it wants me to go there, I want to explore. But yeah, it's a bit of a maze, but you can get everything without getting to the end. Cool. Love a good old exploring games.
Any plan of attack?
Oh.
Plow right through them? No.
RPG Master. Have you tried using the other characters? No. I like using... just sticking with the main guy. The others are there for support.
Your tips just got frosted, dude.
Really? How's it look?
Carbon bagel. Come around there. Was that wasn't it? You didn't think that about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but it makes sense. Yeah. So one thing I've noticed, like playing through the franchise all the way through, you can see that they try different things in the games, and they tend to keep what they think works, and then what doesn't work or can be improved tends to be improved on. That's the way I feel when it goes through. So with this party not teleporting behind, probably like, right, if we have a game like this, the party should teleport behind. And then I'm sure on Rebirth, your party teleports to you, you know?
Last thing I need now.
Eyes peeled, mouth closed.
Dude. I can't target that big guy. Right, I've targeted him. Okay.
Let me brighten your day. Nice one, bro.
Oh dear, Odin.
Knows nothing.
You don't think he
We all good?
Better than good.
Good to go.
unlocked it? Probably best not till after the DLC. I think I have unlocked something with... Where is it? That's not on that one. There. Take control of Gladio mid-battle. L1, L2. So I have unlocked something to become Gladio in battle. But I don't see the point. You'd have liked it more if they didn't improve away from the ATB system or turn back. Well, I think if you think about it, I understand what you're saying. But a lot of games were turn-based for a reason. Because of limitations in... how stuff are. But a lot of games as well of the time became more action-y. Does that make sense? I don't mind either of them. And I think in Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, one of them, or both of them, you can actually choose between the two, can't you? Nice. Okay. Time to slide back down. Whee! There's a lot of series that didn't get more action-y. Well, no, I'm just on about, like... Not... A lot of series didn't change. But I'm on about... A lot of games that came out at the time that were doing... Like, better and getting higher sales were more action-heavy RPGs. Or at least with a combination of similar stuff. I think I just saw there was an item up there. Dang it. But like, in Final Fantasy VII Remakes, you can choose easy classic mode. The game takes control of... Yeah, something like that. So again, that goes by... Ooh, item.
Say your prayers.
Like what I said, they sort of took feedback, I think, on people not liking the full shift. Hence why they added the stuff back in. That's what I think they do. At least that's how it's felt to me. Like, working through. Like, a brilliant example is obviously with 10. No, not 10. With, 13. Okay, so we go across this.
Watch your step.
No more slip-ups.
Like I said, that's just my opinion. And I'm just one random guy on the internet. So, you know. See if there's anything up here.
Well, this seems...
I did not see that coming.
Dude.
Done in a minute. That wasn't so hard.
It takes two.
Aha. Yes, there is.
Was that perfect or what? I'll give you that.
You just think it's silly that when you have an established audience that enjoys the ATB turn-based game and moving away from it. But you need to adapt for a newer audience because eventually your existing audience will die. So if you're not willing to adapt and or trying to bring in
Double check.
newer audiences,
Then
you're
we're
stuck
done.
with a thing. But then it's like it's also the same scenario of saying with IE, where people criticize Final Fantasy 2 by saying, oh, it's completely different to the other games. But you know, it was the second, so therefore that argument for that is, well, they didn't have an established audience, so that's why they veered away. That makes sense? Makes sense to me. But that wasn't it? Whereas they bring back the fighting style of 12. Where it's not game over till all players are dead. Is it like that? Yeah, it's like that in 7. Like the remakes and that. Sure it is. I mean 13, I didn't like that whoever your lead character, when they died, it was game over. I didn't like that.
What? Came to a dead end.
Was that Dale Moden?
And you find
Oh, what's
anything?
that? RPG Master?
But ice.
Using the other characters was later addition. You can get through without it. Only real reason to use them is you can do better than the AI. Was it Dale Moden? Or that if you're going to do it, you have to do it well. Like Yakuza, when they changed. That's a mini spoiler. You know, I said I was going to try out the Yakuza game. Game franchise. So now I know they changed it from, was it fighting to turn-based? Turn-based wasn't a limitation. You've played older games, real-time combat. What I mean is, I don't mean that it's a limitation. I enjoy turn-based. I'm old. I prefer turn-based to a lot of action games.
Locked, if I may. Don't ask.
Yep, we're lost.
But what I mean is, it's
Don't
a.
answer.
I think
Don't-
it's.
Where we came from? Don't know where we're going.
The limitation of
Who you got coming?
what they had at the time. So you don't know if the game was always meant to have combat like this. But when they first released, they couldn't really do combat like this well, you know?
Really? Again?
That could have been pretty bad, don't you think?
I'm still standing, aren't I?
Barely. Brilliant.
No big deal.
There's also a reason why, like, a lot of games had a similar look and graphic style when they first started. It was because, again, limitations of the technology at the time. What's that, dear Modern? As long as it's not something like Knife Kill Gandalf, I think it's probably fine.
So, the glaive is to read.
Dude,
Most likely.
Let's see for ourselves.
I mean, yes. We wanted to go down there to get that item and kill these imps. That was the plan all along, guys. No one can prove it wasn't.
What can I say? Let's go.
Maybe, I have no idea. DM Odin. Was that RPG Master? Not like 15, no. But there's a game called Tales of Fantasia that originally released on NES, real-time combat. It was basic, but still not turn-based. And how popular was it? And how long was the game? Because, again, when I say limitations, I don't just mean limitations that the computer and the graphics and consoles and all that at the time couldn't do it. I mean, when games were created back then, it was a choice. So if you were going for one way, you were reducing stuff in the other. So i.e., a lot of games had amazing storylines and were long games and all that, but that also meant that they couldn't put in certain other bits, if that makes sense. So if you wanted a story-based game for 100 hours, you probably couldn't put in an action stuff. Yeah, Tales has always been a real-time combat, kind of side-scrolly, but you mean they're celebrating the 30th anniversary of the series, so pretty popular. Cool.
How should we do this, Noct?
Just whatever.
Not helpful.
I think I can handle this all by myself.
Impressive.
Never fear, Flopto's here.
That was close.
Right there.
Yeah, that's Origi.
Nice.
No surprise.
Oh, that. You think the story is about the same length as the average Final Fantasy game in playtime? 34 hours of story. Well, that's not bad then. Just because obviously I know a lot of games back then
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
We're catching cold.
So here we go.
always chose something that they were going to remove or not have as good, so they could have other bits.
I'm freezing. What I wouldn't
It's
give
one of the
for a
reasons
hot
why I
bowl
think
of
stories in games
soup.
have suffered a lot. Like,
We're
some
almost
games are still
there.
great,
We
but a
gotta
lot
be-
of times I think storytelling in games have suffered a lot because, or gameplay has suffered a lot because designers have focused a lot on having a pretty looking game. And don't get me wrong, there's games that obviously are pretty looking, have good stories and stuff like that, but what I mean is, there's a lot of games where it looks pretty, but the gameplay isn't great, or there's loads of bugs, or the story's not great. It's why I like doing me Real Retro Sundays. But yeah, early Shin Megami Tensei games didn't have a level up system for the monsters you could recruit. See? So there you go. See? So and that's what it always is. Like back in the day, back in my day, right?
Knock, knock.
We're there. Finally.
Can it ever be easy?
Never.
Mind players, burn. That's an imp. Where's the mind player? Yeah, back in my day, it was always. There was another mind player. Always felt like games had a lot better stories, but obviously then they weren't graphically great.
Sorry. Do it. Here we go. Over here. We needn't waste more time.
Does this mean we can go back
Back in my
outside?
day, we had old school.
No muss, no fuss.
Through the snow, uphill both ways. Sonic had 8 bits. Yep. Back in my day, we had one of the hardest games to ever play, especially if you want to try it now, called Echo the Dolphin. I tried to play Echo the Dolphin on a Real Retro Sunday ages ago. For those watching over on Twitch, you can find it on our YouTube channel, the playthrough. And we didn't finish the game. We were doing a one-off thing. And man, it's a lot harder than I remember.
Score, thanks to our tiny informant.
I never doubted him for a moment.
I think we all owe him thanks.
People complain about like FromSoft games not having difficulty levels. Echo the Dolphin didn't have a difficulty level. Noctis can conjure a Megaga. His arsenal of royal arms when the circular bar is full. Bar fills and Noctis attacks. Oh, so I can summon all my weapons, is what it's saying. There's a new thing in the menu. Got ya. So basically, I can bombard things with our weapons. Like, yeah, you've had that with Pokemon Leaf Green. Started playing it since they put it up. And it's harder than you remember. Or possibly due to you trying to keep everything leveled. Turn the entrance? No. Because there was another path behind. Oh! Man. Someone needs to get him some power. Set him up for his migraine.
Noct, you okay? What did I... Where was that?
What is it?
A hole in the ground. Something burning. The meteor?
You saw the disc of Kothis.
Is that the thing we tried to get to and there was a big robot stopped us?
To Talcott.
The RPG Master? FromSoft games have a difficulty levels could get good or go home. But the thing is, like the first FromSoft game I ever played was Bloodborne. Right? And I got stuck on Father Gascoigne. And I was stuck on Father Gascoigne for 3 years. I know, but it wasn't like constantly playing the game for 3 years. I would go back to the game, try, kept dying. I was like, I don't understand. Right? And then I went, okay, I'm going to start again, go back to it. So went back to it. And I went, you know what I'm going to do? Instead of how I was playing it, which is how I play most games, try to make myself powerful in the attack. I went, okay, I'm going to focus on survivability. So I increased like me life, me stamina, and the game became easier by increasing my life and my stamina. And that's when it dawned on me, the first thing I do now in FromSoft games, if you watch our playthroughs of stuff, of the FromSoft games, the first thing I went, okay, this is what we'll do. We went and focused on that. And the games are so much easier. Hey Jonathan, hope you're having a good day. How's that day going? Great. We just got a weapon from a waterfall. Nice. Because there was a cave behind it. But yeah, FromSoft games, I realised it's all about surviving. Instead of dying in one hit, try to die in 2 or 3. Are we having a yapping session? I was just talking about difficulty in games, my friend Jonathan. You missed me mention about Echo the Dolphin being really hard. Okay, oh, hang on. We have 100 nods, so if we go here... we'll do that then. Vitality. Nice. Difficult games are hard. They can be high reward too. Yes, and I also believe that every game built to be beat. If you want to play a difficult game, you play a difficult game. So if I want to challenge playing a game, I'll play another FromSoft game.
What's
Ooh.
this? What's what?
This supposed to keep us out?
Door is locked. Ooh, there's a dungeon in a dungeon, guys.
There exists a key.
Or like a magical key that can unlock any door. Like from the video games.
Or that.
Nice. So we need to find a key to get into there. Hello, Jonathan. Am I a speedrunner though? Oh, for FromSoft games and stuff like that? No, 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 no. I play games for fun. Well, DM Odin, you struggle with Mega 10 and Persona because you have trouble remembering the buffs and debuffs are useful, unlike in Final Fantasy games. I see, I would probably have the same scenario because that's the thing I have with Final Fantasy games. I rarely use buffs and debuffs. Can we... oh, cool. We can return to entrance just by using the map. Nice. Well, Jonathan? Am I 50% in this game? I have no idea. A D.L. Moradin, RBG Master. How far are we in this game? I don't think we're that far in it, to be fair. D.L. Moradin. That's a very late game thing, that door. Okay, so I can't get the key for that door till later on. You're not going to be able to open it to right near the end. Okay, cool. Ooh, I am on the floor. That's enough. Do you know what? We'll ride and listen to some tunes.
Everything in order?
Yep.
All right.
Well, you're currently chapter 3 of spoiler. You can say how long if you really need to know. It was just, Jonathan said, am I close to 50% of the game? Or am I a lot earlier? Jonathan, you're an open world game person. Yes, I play a lot of open world games, a lot of RPGs. And the thing is, when there's an open map like this, I want to explore it. I want to see everything. So I go off. So where a lot of people will focus on, when they play games, main story, main story, main story. I kind of go, you know what? There's a mountain over there. I want to see if I can get to that mountain. I haven't played any of the... well... yeah, I haven't played the Yakuza series. That's on my to-do list, is to play through that. I think that might be the franchise we go to after Final Fantasy. Was that DM Odin? You're close to... There you go. So, Jonathan, I am about 15% of the game. You have to say, at least for story, closer to 40% based on side quests. Oh, right, cool. So, for story, I'm only 15%. Yeah, so DM Odin said, so story-wise, I'm early in the game, 15%. But if you include all side content, so side quests and hunts, I'm about 40%. So I've done a lot of side content. And a lot of hunts. Just the other day, we took down a Cataplepus. And the problem is, just so everyone knows, sometime off stream, I'm going to have to redo that fight to get the brisket of the Cataplepus. I am not doing that fight again just to get some meat off it. I'm going to have to do that off stream. Because that fight was proper insane. I think we had like 5 or 6 waves of Imperials coming in. Was that RPG Master? You're the same as me. If there's a side quest, they must be done first. Then when all the quests are done, you're like, there's the story. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, Jonathan, are you playing Resident Evil games in October, right? So, our Halloween stuff is a YouTube members exclusive. So what happens is we play through stuff like that in October for paid members on YouTube, and then the VODs become available the following day. So that, in order to watch that, you would have to watch the VODs on YouTube if you're not a paid member on YouTube.
So what's next? Ask around a little?
It's up to knock.
Was that DM Odin? You don't like missing side quests, but you also don't like taking too long from the story because you forget what you're doing.
Oh.
Sometimes need a last day on Final Fantasy, he said.
Welcome.
I'll buy that.
Thank you kindly.
Well, Jonathan, side quest makes your character stronger before you pursue his own story. Yes, but it's a game. So you play games to have fun.
Come again.
Unless you're a competitive gamer. Alright. So let's say you do speed runs, or you do esports and all that type of stuff. Then you have a reason to do stuff the way you do it. Away from that, you're playing a game to have fun. So there's no achievement for, like, i.e., let's say I complete this game and I'm level 10, but you complete the game and you're level 80. Well, we've both done the same thing and completing the game. Exactly. It was Nick's right there as well, Jonathan. Sometimes side quests add missing context to the story as well. 100%. 100%. Jonathan, the car reminds you of the Batmobile. It does a bit, like. Very fancy. Nope. Always waving. Because we're the nice prince. Exactly, DM Odin. Like what DM Odin just said over there on YouTube. It's like we both read the same book. One of us just took longer. 100%.
Prince Noctis! Welcome back.
So unless you're doing like a challenge run or stuff like that. Ooh, can we give her the flowers? Who did we talk to? We talked to all of them. Oh, we went to talk to her and we had a headache. Dang it. RPG Master. Yeah, you've definitely done quests in games where you're like, why wasn't this part of the story?
What's the matter?
Exactly.
You all right?
He'll be fine, don't worry. But we ought to take a closer look at this so-called disc.
Then look no further than the Outlook. We can use the viewer things.
No substitute for being on site, but it would be a start. Let's see what we can glean of Nox's condition.
Oh, you're right. I can talk to
You have a headache?
these people.
I hope you feel better soon, Prince Noctis. You have a headache?
Perhaps you ought to rest a while. Do not overexert yourself. Perhaps you ought to rest a while. Do not overexert yourself.
Are you sure you're okay? Can't have you collapsing somewhere. Are you sure you're okay?
Doesn't seem like I can do like a proper talk with him.
Perhaps you ought to rest a while.
I agree with him. Perhaps I should rest a while.
The finest room in the house is available for your immediate comfort.
No.
I understand. We look
That
forward
because you
to
can't get
serving
the
next
flask
time.
here anymore. But that's okay, because you said I can get the flask later on, didn't you? So we just have to... You have to point me in the right direction later on to get it.
What a coincidence.
I'm not so sure it is.
Aren't nursery rhymes curious things?
Yeah, it's still out there. You don't know for sure how to get it. Just say, okie dokie.
Like this one.
We'll find it.
From the deep, the Archean calls. Yet on deaf ears, the god's tongue falls. The king made to kneel in pain, he crawls.
So, how do we keep him on his feet?
You need only heed the call. Visit the Archean and hear his plea. I can take you.
We in?
I don't know. We take a
Nah.
ride?
But watch our backs.
Fair enough.
Let's do it.
I'm not one to stand on ceremony, but such an occasion calls for an introduction. Please, call me Arden. Come with me to the car park. That's where I left my automobile. She's a dear old thing. Pales next to
Why didn't you just call it your car instead of going automobile? You've just used the word car park.
A convoy of
Now, isn't it
sorts,
weird how
shall
it's an
we?
automobile, but we still call it a car park? We don't call it an automobile park. We should call it an I'm going to call it an automobile park from now on. I want to see if now, because I've left them for a bit, he's sitting down.
Take care, Prince Noctis. Please come back soon. Take care, Prince Noctis.
I want to speak to your
Please
granddad,
come
kid.
back soon.
Ravito. It's a proper mountain. One day.
Granddad doesn't want to talk to me. Oh, can we give her the flowers?
Should you be out and about with the headaches? Are you really sure you're ready to hit the road again? Should you be out and about with the headaches?
Hey, it still looks like we can't do anything with them. We're going to constantly keep going back to see if they're in there. I like the music in this place. Giving me proper, like, holiday vibes, you know?
All set? Allow me to do the honor of assigning your driver.
No.
I choose you.
Ignis.
All yours, Ignis.
come now, he always drives. Be a friend and let him rest for a
No.
change. You drive your car and I drive mine. With that decided, let us be off.
No! I haven't driven one of these cars. Ignis! Ignis! Take over! Ignis! Hopefully it's just like a cutscene that takes me there. End of chapter. So when chapter... Right. So when the chapter's over, you instantly level up. I didn't realise that. I was trying to save up my stuff and then use that expensive in. Okie dokie. Now we know. Wasn't that what it was, Nick? Our car is better. Our car's amazing. Hey, so we're on chapter 4 now, guys. And Sid hasn't rang us. We gave Sid a blade. He was supposed to ring us so we can go pick it up. The blessing of the gods. Okie dokie.
Just to be clear, this isn't a race, it is a chase. You're
Oh,
not to pass
no.
me. Lose sight of me, and you'll lose your way.
Dude.
Tailgating. An accident
I don't think
spoil the
he
trip.
can...
All right, all right. Let's hit the road
If you don't
already.
sleep.
As you wish. Drive safely now.
Or it's like 3 or 5 quests. Okie dokie.
First Galden and then Lestalem. What a coincidence, huh?
Way too convenient to be a coincidence. I reckon he's following us around.
But to what end? That question bothers me deeply, as does his origin.
Sid goes in a boss
It's hard for
fight.
me to picture that guy in the
Yeah,
Empire.
right,
But it's even
yeah.
harder to
That
imagine
would,
him
that would
as
be
a
great. Especially if Nox stops. Yeah,
sooner
and
not
visited,
rely
yeah,
on him.
if Nox stops to answer the phone, you know.
Maybe our only way in to the Disc of Kothis.
What's His Highness's opinion of this, Arden?
Don't really have one. He's nothing more than a creepy old dude to me.
That he is.
You hit the nail on the head right there.
Well, that's why we came up with a plan.
Gotta watch
Stab
our
him.
backs the whole way.
No, we stab it. Blow up his car. So what we do is, once we get in, I cast fire
Knocked.
inside of his
How are the
petrol tank.
headaches?
Fine for now, but they come without warning.
Wouldn't want to have one behind the wheel.
Stop if you need to, all right?
So, any havens along the way?
Oh, somebody wants to camp. Somebody else wants a proper bed.
Nice firm ground's much better for your back.
Can't we at least make it a caravan? I don't get why you like camping so much.
Under the stars, at one with nature. What's not to like? Now in the wild, there are no rules to follow. No checkout time.
I dare say you had knocked with no checkout time.
What say we call it a day here?
What say we continue on to Kothis?
Yeah.
The Archean's not going anywhere?
Neither are we under your stewardship.
So we make camp with Arden.
Hell no.
Might as well get the tent up.
Oh, I'm afraid I've never really been one for the outdoors. I shall foot the bill, so let us stay at the caravan over yonder.
Tally up experience and save the game. What happens if I hit no? Blow the beast whistles or summon enemy combatants. What?
still young, my blood is true. As my mother before me, I'll work to bring
There's
peace
some
to
quests
one and
here.
all.
That marks the ascension of the youngest oracle in history. Is it hard giving blessings?
It would be selfish of me to complain of my burden, when so many suffer and wait. I hope they trust I will not rest until they all know solace.
The world watched on with worry.
And that's my fiance talking on the radio. Not the narration or the interviewer. The other one.
If you know of any
That
who
one.
are bedridden or unable to come to me, pray, send word, and I shall go to them. I follow my calling. I will not halt my steps for anything else. In time, her strength would become an inspiration to all.
What is your opinion of the treaty? I hope she's okay, wherever she's
The beast whistle will summon wild monsters for you to fight. At least when you're someplace, they can do it. Okie dokie.
Please, set your heart at rest. I shall do what I can to ease your suffering.
Lady
Ooh, what happened to him? She's some type of white mage.
Blessed stars of life and light, deliver us from darkness blight. That is all I can do for now, but trust that relief will come in a matter of days.
It's a miracle. Bless you. Thank you, Lady Lunafreya.
Oh, Lady Lunafreya. I left at dawn to come see you.
You must be exhausted.
A fair bit, but more grateful than anything.
Let us begin at once.
It looks like she's got a similar thing on her arm. People must be getting infected by something.
Like taking her in.
Damn right. She could have bunked at my place.
Or
Whoa.
mine. I'm sure the missus would understand.
That
Don't
is my
think being married will
fiance.
give you an excuse not to work out.
That came out of...
Does that give us a quest or? No, it doesn't look like it. Okie dokie.
Where you can't just let yourself go with the eyes of the world on you.
I don't know about that. He seems to have pulled it off so far. What does that mean?
All the more reason he needs to clean up his act now.
Feel sorry for Lady Lunafreya.
Who
if
knows
he
how to be
doesn't.
geostigmata?
He's got you there, Noct.
You're
Everyone would
kidding,
be
is not
like,
that? Okay.
oh, she could do so much better than him.
What does the Oracle need the prince for anyway?
What can I do for you?
Okie dokie.
Thank you.
The quest was to listen to the radio and have a flashback. That was it. Yeah, we did awesome. That hardest quest of the game. I think before we carry on with him, I think that's probably a perfect time to end the day. I know it's a bit earlier than normal, but I think that's a perfect time to end for the day, because when we come back tomorrow, we'll carry on with this Arden fellow onto here, which I think's there, because I feel like this might end up being like a long bit of story. It'd be nice to have a full stream dedicated to that. So I'd like to say thanks everyone for coming along and keeping me company, because the content we create on these channels only made possible thanks to you watching along at home. So very much appreciated. Thank you for your time. Well, hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye and stay safe.